So we have Megan back and we have done her color. That was in the last video. And now I'm just gonna trim. We're just trimming. She has some layers up in because when she styles it, she just does a loose curl. So anyway, I wanted to show you that haircut. So you always put their head down when you go to do the back. And you're just gonna come straight across and just barely trim this. And I like to put it flat down on their back because sometimes if you hold it out like this, when you let go, it can be different lengths. So I like to just put it down, straight down like this, and then just barely trim, and then turn, just barely trim this. And then your sides, you're gonna make sure their head is up and just straight. Okay. And now back down, because we're back here to the back. I'm just gonna take this, trim. Just barely trim that. And then again, the head straight up. And then you're just gonna trim this. Okay, sweet. Now the layers on the top, just gonna barely just trim all this. And it's just very little, very, very little, not layers way up in. She likes the longer look with the, just a little bit of curl. So you can see I'm just holding that out and just trimming that barely. Okay, now this side. Now you want some texture, don't you, Megan?
Yeah.
Okay. Heck yes, help it poof. Okay, sweet. And then this top, just take this up. And I'm gonna go on an angle, just so the front stays long. And just barely trim that. Okay, in the front, just barely trim that. Same thing here. Okay, sweet. All right, now we're gonna give her a little bit of texture up through the top. So underneath where she parts, I'm gonna hold this up, and then where it bends, that's where I bring this in, and I just open and shut the shears just a little bit. Okay. And then right here in the back, just a little bit back through here. Okay, and I just pull that hair out. Okay, now I'm gonna do a little bit of root lifter and then some mousse. Now I'm putting the mousse up here through the top and the front, and then because we're going to dry and do a little bit of curl, I'm going to put the blowout cream because that protects from the blow dryer and the heat. So I just use just a little bit of that. Okay, rub it in my hands. So I go like mid shaft here to the ends. So just mid to the ends. Okay, now we're gonna blow dry. I'm gonna make sure there we go, the flat iron's turned on. Okay, I'm gonna go opposite of the way that they go. That way that root lifter will activate and help it stand up. So you can have more body. back, I'm just going to kind of bring this up a little bit so she has some body through this area also. And then of course with that, just go back and forth. Okay, now I'm going to take the Epic brush, since this is pretty much, you know, it's a lot dry. I mean, it's still obviously damp. I'm just going to take my brush through here to finish drying it, and then I'll show you how we add just a little bit of curl to it. Going through it with my fingers again. You doing good, Nick? Okay. Okay, sorry, that's a little bit loud. It's a new one and it's pretty loud, but it works really good. Okay, all right, so now what I'm gonna do is, I have this spray. Let me grab this right here. Okay, this is a heat protectant spray, and it also helps hold in the curl. So I'm just gonna go through, I'm gonna spray that a little bit throughout. Then I'm gonna take the flat iron, and you always wanna go away from your face, okay? So I'm gonna bring this flat iron, I'm gonna go away from the face and just turn it and then kind of let it go. So the ends just kind of come out a little bit that way. Then this next little section, I'm going to come forward. I'm gonna come forward. And then I just pull it out, okay? Let that sit for a minute. Okay, this next section, I'm gonna go back. So I'm just doing every other way, if that makes sense. So one's back, one's forward, this one's back. Okay, now this section, I'm gonna bring in this way. So you can see I'm just twisting that and then I let go. Okay, this one I'm going in. You can see I just kind of pull it slowly. Okay, I'm gonna do this one back. and a little piece here forward because I'm gonna go back on the very front piece. Okay, so this front piece, we're gonna go back and away from the face. So I just twist it back. Okay, sweet. So I'm gonna just let that sit for just a second. I'm gonna take a little bit of the styling paste. Okay, I'm gonna rub it in my fingers. So in the fingertips, and then all of our new little hairs here, we're just gonna kind of push these down. Okay, so you can see I've left those curls. I'm gonna spray the curls. Okay, let that dry for just a second. And this is a good hairspray, it holds, but it's not sticky. So when I go back through to kind of just finger it out like this with my fingers, comb it out with my fingers, then it's not sticky. Okay, so I've let it kind of dry. And I don't mean dry, I guess cool from curling it. Okay, and then I just put my fingers through that. So you can see it's just a really loose curl. I am gonna just curl this back a tiny bit. Ah, you're so pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna come back. If there's any little pieces that you think need to be curled, then you can just curl them a tiny bit. It's okay to leave some of this, you know, length out straight, just because that's kind of the look too. Curl it a little bit, have a little bit of, you know, a few little straight pieces. There we go. So that's curled just a little bit. All right, now I'm gonna come up through here and I'm gonna back comb, which is in, down, and out. So kind of like a C shape. Then I'm gonna spray this, flip it back. And I obviously am gonna like smooth that down in just a second. And the texturizing that I did earlier, that's what's nice, is because that helps hold this back combing in. Like I said, again, I will come back and I will smooth it all out. But this gives it a base, so it will stay all day. Okay, so I'm pushing that back. Now I'm gonna come back here where I started because the hairspray and everything is dry. Okay, you just take your fingers, just kind of place it where you want to place it. So you can see there's just a bend in, it's not super curled, but there's just a little bit of bend, so it adds some body. Okay, then I'm gonna spray it again. Okay, and then I'm gonna add the Glossy Shine Spray. And this smells phenomenal. Okay, I'm gonna turn her to the mirror so I can see. How does that feel?
Looks good.
Is it good? Is it too poofy or are you okay?
No, it's okay.
Poof is good?
It was good.
Okay, sweet. So I'm gonna turn her around so you can see the little bit of curl. It's so cute. Thank you, Megan, for letting us show off your beautiful self. And thanks to all of you. It's so fun to get to know you online, and please let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you enjoyed these videos. Thanks. Have a good day.